Hello, today's SIOC 22 Little Bird, Pajarita, which is the icon of the Spanish Origami Society. And if you're interested in other societies, have a look in my description and I'll put some links for the BOS, the OSA, there's a couple of French societies that you might find of interest. Okay, let's make today's model, which starts with the windmill base, which we learned last week for the little fish. So do check that out if you haven't made the little fish. It's very sweet. So we need to start from a square. I've really enjoyed colouring my paper in with wax grounds. So give that a go if you haven't done that yet. It's really remarkably fun. Okay, I'm going to make a red one now. So we need to start. Just flip it over to the white, and I'm going to take the left edge, make it into a square, up to the top. And again, if you haven't made some of the other models in the SIOC series, I recommend going back and giving them a try. They all start from squares, mostly. This is the same process as before. We now need to cut this section off. So to do that, flip the paper over, and we're going to fold the whole kind of excess bit over to the right. So the crease matches the edge beneath it. Press that nice and firmly. Use your thumb if you can, and a fingernail. So then when we open everything out, make sure that crease is a mountain fold, so it's sticking up. And you can just do a little rip, and then should be relatively easy to cut off. Okay, so we've got a square. So just as for the little fish, we need to start with a cupboard fold. So it's dead easy. First of all, book fold, so folding in half like a book, one side to the other. Press your folds nice and neatly. Then unfold. A cupboard has two doors, so let's start with the right-hand door. So we're folding the bottom edge into the centre crease and press nice and firmly. Then we need to do the same with the other cupboard door. So we just swing the paper around, taking the other edge to the centre. Okay, great. Okay, let's rotate now. So your cupboard's in a more traditional form, standing upwards. And we need to do another cupboard fold. So first of all, take the bottom edge all the way up to the top, folding in half. It's kind of the same process. Okay. And unfold. And then the two cupboard doors need to come into the centre. So bottom first, bottom edge to the middle. Press firmly and rotate. And then bottom edge to the middle again. And don't forget, you can always pause, rewind if you need just to slow things down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to zoom in on us. Great. So we now have these two cupboard doors, and it's a smaller cupboard this time. It's like the one above your sink. A little bit smaller. So let's work on the doors. Let's go for the left door first. And the bottom of the door here on the left-hand side, we're just going to take that corner and fold it up towards the left. So it's a little bit like a paper aeroplane. First fold to a paper aeroplane. And then top of the door, exactly the same. So we've made a big triangle here on the left. And of course, I'm sure you can imagine, we're going to do the same on the right. So the door, the bottom of the door folds up to the right, and the top of the door folds down. So we have two triangles, triangular cupboard, maybe. Not a very practical cupboard. Okay, let's rotate everything now. So your cupboard, your triangles are looking like mountains. And you've got this mountain at the bottom. This is one of the exciting parts of the model. If you hold on the right-hand side, you can see, if you don't hold too tightly, you can separate some layers, and the same on the left. And all we need to do is separate the layers at the same time and pull outwards. Don't try too hard, and you'll see this kind of boat form will appear. And then just letting go of the paper, the boat collapses in on itself. The center here goes in, and you can collapse it down to create two kind of legs. Oops. And just press all your creases nice and firm. Let me show you that again, a little bit complicated if you've not done a windmill base before. So we start off with the triangle, the mountain, holding on the right hand side and the left hand side, and they can both kind of move independently. And then we just need to pull them out, create the boat shape, and then allow the boat to collapse in on itself. And legs down at the bottom. Just press all these edges, even the ones you can't see here, nice and neatly. Okay, let's do the same on the top. So make it easy, we'll rotate, holding on the right hand side, left hand side, pull apart, boat shape, collapses in on itself, and two legs. Okay, final folds to make this into the pinwheel base or the windmill base. Let's take the bottom right hand leg and fold that out to the right. Very flexible, this person's got good open hips. And then top left arm is going to swing out to the left. So we have a gorgeous pinwheel, which might even spin if you're lucky. Okay, let's make this into the little bird. So this can be a little bit complicated because it's quite easy. This model, you can move the flaps around and make it into loads of different shapes. You can get lost quite easily. So I'll try and go nice and slowly and just follow along best you can. So the first thing we need to do is fold in half diagonally, but we're actually going to fold backwards, like a mountain fold. So instead of folding forwards, like a valley fold, we need to take these two corners and fold the model in half backwards so the corners come together. And as you do, you'll create this rather fascinating Viking helmet shape with two large points at the top and two smaller points at the bottom. I'm going to show you that again. It's very easy, no need to panic. So we've got a pinwheel. Let's take the top left and bottom right corners, and we're just folding backwards so those corners meet. And as you place it down on the table, you'll discover you've created that Viking base quite easily. Hopefully it all makes sense. Rewind, pause, have another go if you need. Going to move on. So at the bottom here, we've got these two kind of base legs. Let's take the top one, just pointing to the right, and fold it over so that it matches the layer beneath. And these 2 points now we have at the left here are going to be the legs for our little bird. There's two little cute legs, and this is going to be a tail. And the point here on the right needs to become a head. So all we're going to do now is fold the head down along the crease that already exists. And press around. If you just rotate slightly now, you can see this is the head and the legs, and the bird is pretty much done. But currently this head is not very secure, so we need to do an outside reverse fold. So we've done quite a lot of inside reverse folds in SIOC so far. Outside reverse folds are very simple, so let me show you how to do that. So all we're going to do is open up on the left hand side of the head, big pocket, and we need to flip the point here at the top of the head using the crease we made before so that it goes outside and around. So all we need to do, open up this big pocket and take the corner and pop it so that it becomes convex, so it sticks outwards. Then reverse the direction of the crease in the back and carefully collapsing everything back down, you can form the head. So you're not actually creating any new creases. It's as simple, I'll show you once more. It's as simple as doing the valley fold. Instead of it just being folded forward, kind of wrap the fold around the model. outside reverse forward. And there we are, your little Spanish bird. And of course, as always, it's quite nice to draw some eyes, little nose, and I hope you've enjoyed making your Spanish bird. See you again on SIOC for some more origami later in the week. Take care. Bye.